Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we made this amazing enhanced charm of dislocation, which is basically a teleporter that we can go anywhere and everywhere we want. We were working on the farms in the last millennium, doing a couple things with that. One thing to note, I completely forgot. I came on here and I just was AFKing for a while, letting the seeds kind of get tinned and all that fun stuff, and I completely forgot to set this guy up. So it's set up now. No more messes in the last millennium of items and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's set up. What else did I do? I didn't really do much else, to be honest. I'm just trying to figure out what's kind of next. And there's one more thing I want to see the recipe for, but I don't remember what it's called. Energy, maybe? What is that thing called? There it is. Energy infuser. Alright, so I want to see how expensive that is. That's decently bad. Alright, so if we want to get into Draconic Evolution a lot, we're going to need a lot of glowing magnolia, which luckily we have plenty of Zephyrium and Rothium. That is not an issue. The hard part is the actual Magnoloy itself. So it requires rich slag, which is a pain to get. Is there any augments that can help? I believe there is. Yes, secondary sieves. Sieves. So these will help. So if we can get some better machines. Alright, so let's upgrade an induction smelter. In fact, let's upgrade this induction smelter. So let's pick him up, and we're going to try to get... Did I pick it up? Okay. We're going to try to get better things. So we're going to do a handful of things today, and some of them is just kind of working towards the dire crafting table, and others are working towards, well, the dragon hearts that we're going to need a lot of. So this is a basic machine. We can upgrade it fairly easily if we get some gear. So that was what kind of gear was that? So electrum gear. Alright, so we're going to need electrum times 4, and luckily we can just put him right in here. Everything will be fine. Cool. Then what else are we going to need? We're going to also need, because I don't believe we can go... Can we go straight to the top tier? No. But we are going to need an Enderium gear. So we're also going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 Enderium. And we're also going to need a... what was the other one? I know what it was. Signalum. So let's go ahead and make a little bit more signalum. And then we should be able to upgrade this to hardened. Once we have... Is that signalum? Nope, that's Ardite. Once we have some signalum, which it should take a little bit, but not too long, to make that. Let's just go ahead and get both of these guys going. And we'll get all this stuff taken care of. So one of the big things that I want to kind of work towards, so we have access to a good number of planets. We also have a good access to a good number of things with our dimension hopping stuff that we can do. So we can get like etching acid, LPG. We can literally make a world that is nothing but oceans of LPG. Electrical steel, Terra steel, just a lot of different things. But what we want, and eventually we can do the Kepler diamonds and all sorts of things. But what we want is a... Oh, it's done. Dang it. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten the dragon dimlet. But we go to another dimension. We'll make a nice, pretty one that doesn't really cost too much. And we'll be able to kind of, well, get more dimlets from them. You'll see what I mean soon enough, but let's go ahead and make this, and let's go ahead and get the augments. So we're going to need secondary sieve, Stabilized frame. What does it require in the center? Rock wool. So we need slag. Which luckily we have a good bit of normal slag. Let's make one of those. I did teach this system how to make that, didn't I? That should take next to no time. And then the top tier requires a couple things that we... that was the wrong thing. We need a pneumatic servo, which is pretty cheap and easy. And then 2 cryothium dust, which we need some niter, which... what's the easiest way to get niter? So we can get it from saltpeter ore. There's also a couple other ways. So do we have any saltpeter ore? We have salt ore, we have salt ore. No. Okay. So gunpowder is another way. We can take half a stack of this stuff, and I believe we have the crusher. Yes. And we just put that in there, and that'll work just fine. So, all in all, really not that bad. We can get some speed upgrades. I don't think I care about that too much. The machines are already going to be very fast, just because this mod pack kind of boosts the crafting speed of all the machines to kind of ridiculous levels. And that's nice. That's convenient. But, yeah, it's something that I'm not too concerned about. So we can go to augments. So it's going to have more RF storage, and we can do all that, and we'll get more stuff. So what I can then do is we can go over here, grab ore, and I've got to have a decent number of some ore. We have a bunch of draconium ore. Really? I don't have much ore at all, do I? I have a good bit of mithril ore. Neptune blue gems. Let's see if this is useful. Nope. Okay. Put that back. So what kind of ore can we use? Draconic ore, carbon ores? I really don't want to use something that's going to be difficult to get more of. Nether coal ore. Can we use this in the... So smelting gives us 2. Does it really matter to us? Not really. Sand. Cool. So let's get a stack of sand. And then what we can do is just come over here. And if we put these stuff in here, we'll get a good bit of... let's see. There we go. We'll get a good bit of rich slag. Oh, wow. So, yeah, apologies. We'll get a good bit of rich slag. It's just one of those things that it's going to be a bit of a time-consuming thing. What I can do is I can go to the mining dimension, get a bunch of, like, iron ore, coal ore, doesn't matter, with silk touch. I don't really care about the actual resources. And, in fact, we're going to be getting coal ore from this. And can we throw that back into the induction smelter to get more? No. Okay. Well, that's fine. So we can just kind of mess with that for a while. Anyways, that'll get us more rich slag, which we'll need for the magnalloy. But I would like this guy. So this guy was going to require 4 draconic cores. So we're going to need 16 magnalloy. So 1. Do we have 15? We have 8. Alright. That's not quite enough. Let's see, what kind of ores do we have? Do we have anything else? We have a lot of coal ore. Obviously, we can't do anything with that. Nether quartz. We have a couple stacks of this. Will this get us what we want? Induction furnace with soul sand. Okay, I can deal with that. So I have 4 soul sand in there, but I should have. Can we get? Don't have much, but we have nether essence. And nether essence, we can make a stack of soul sand pretty easily. And we can do 1 stack of this, so that'll be fine for now. But this will give us basically a guaranteed... No? Really? So we just need 15 of these. And the reason I want to do this is I want to get charged draconium. Now we're not going to be able to make any awakened draconium quite yet, mostly because, well, we need a little bit more stuff. Specifically, we need to get access to a little bit more, well, of this stuff. So let's get some steel. I never taught the system how to make steel. Alright, I should probably do that. So in order to make steel, let's see. But yeah, we just need more of this magnalloy stuff. So that's the biggest issue. So we can make steel from the essence. That's gonna give us 2 each. But mechanism steel. Mechanism steel is actually really easy to get, but that's not going to be the easiest right now. Tinkers. Isn't there a what? Yeah, so coal. There should be a coal and iron dust. So pulverized charcoal and iron. Pulverized coal. So what we can do is get coal, 2 of these, plus an iron will give us steel, which we need to steal 1 from there. And then we should probably teach it that coal becomes pulverized coal. Alright, and then I don't know. So that recipe we can do in here. We already have it. Alright, never mind. But then we are going to need another machine. So that means we're going to need another interface. Because I don't believe you can do this. Ooh, what are we missing? Mana infused ingots. Hey, I have a lot of that stuff. So I went through and got a bunch of mithril. Now what's the best way to get this stuff? Can we induction furnace it? We certainly can, with sand. So let's get a little bit of sand, and we'll induction furnace this just to get more of the rich slag. And then this stuff, what can we do with this? Can we also induction smelt it? We can. With sand, and it will give us a slight chance. So let's just get a stack of sand. We'll put it over there. We can get plenty of sand from down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make another induction furnace, and we're going to set that up. So we just need 4 for right now. But yeah, mithril ore is actually pretty common in the nether. So that is really quite nice. So what were we doing? We need an interface. So let's get that. And then we need another induction smelter. So that should not be too bad to do. We just need 2 Invar gears, redstone reception coil. So we're gonna need 2 red alloy ingots. Let's see, what else are we going to need? We're going to need Invar gears. I think the system knows how to make those. No. That's fine. We can just throw those down here. And is that all? So induction furnace. We do need a machine frame. But that should not be too difficult either. So once we have the gear, we just need a machine frame and everything will be fine. So cool. That shouldn't take too long. It's making some energetic alloy, and then it will laser stuff. The laser should not take too long, but it'll take a little bit. So what else can we do while we're waiting on that? So I want to basically be able to make magnalloy, so that we can eventually autocraft steel. Not steel, draconic cores. So something we need to do, let's go ahead and start working on getting what we want. So for our first little dimension, we don't really care too much. The biggest thing is we're going to want to have effect none. And I know that I have some of those. They're probably in here. Let's just verify one last time that we don't have dragons. No dragons. It's a shame, but it happens. So effect none. These are craftable, but it's not that important. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get an empty dimension tab. Empty dimension tab. Do we have the machine frame yet? We do. Cool. So there's an induction smelter, and let's go ahead and get the thing that does the thing. Interface. I am really out of it today. Sorry about that. Not really bad, but like I just am forgetting things that are pretty easy to remember. So let's get this guy directed downwards. We're gonna have the induction smelter like so. Input on the top, out the back will output everything. We'll put the steel in there, and we'll just need to grab some conduits. I did not see which kind it was. Was it just the standard red ones? Yes. And then we'll put the item conduits like so. Insert, extract, always active, and that should allow us to make, like, I don't know, make 1,000 steel or 100. That should be fine. All right, cool. So that will kind of do its thing. We'll work on that, and I just want to verify that it is going to work. It certainly is. Cool. So that is perfect. So we have our empty dimension tab. We're going to make a very simple dimension. So we just put this in here, and then we can put whatever dimlets we want in here. And we'll just put a effect none. We'll say empty. No, let's call it random 1. We'll store it, and now it is called random 1. Now this is going to cost 30,000 RF per tick. So we can put it in here. It will very slowly creation. So, oh, sorry, it's 20,000 RF per tick. So it's pretty expensive, but we'll get some power into it. And this is where things are going to get a little bit scary. Wow. There's something really good in that. Its maintenance cost is 900,000 RF per tick. All right, let's really quickly. All right, we're gonna take that out. We're going to let this guy charge up again. That's gonna drain like all of my power, but that's okay for right now. We'll live with that. So this thing is got something that's really good, and I don't know what it is. So let's make something that'll save us if we do die. Oh, we can't make that thing, can we? Let's see. RF. Right, I can't do that in this version of Minecraft. RF tools. There is an item. This guy, the phase field generator. I would never remember that. Requires dimensional shards. Alright, so this thing is already empty of power. Let's get another chest, just so we can store all these kind of conveniently. And just put it right there. Alright, so let's get another one. And this time we're going to add more dimlets to it. So that this way it doesn't cause a ton of power to be lost. So first thing we're going to want is we're going to want, let's see, can we do, can't search craftables. Effect, none. We don't want any effect. Compress those stacks. We're going to want liquid default. This is also craftable. And probably material default. You know what? Out of curiosity, do we have dimensional? Oh man, that is still going to be expensive though. You know what? Let's be risky again. So that's going to charge, everything's going to charge up fairly slowly. Random 2. Warning, there are dingling modifiers, so yeah. So we need to tell it what kind of features to have. And then it should be fine. Is terrain liquid what we want? Terrain normal. I think that's what we want. We want fairly low level stuff. Alright, so terrain normal, liquid default, effect none. Random 2, store. Alright, so this maintenance cost is, wow, it says that it's 300,000. Why is it so expensive? Alright, we need to move this guy somewhere else. Let's pick him up. Grab this as well. And we're going to put him right here. This way he can get a lot more power. And then, you know what? Let's also get some energy conduits. Some ender energy conduits. And we're going to just kind of max this guy out. Because we want him to have as much power as possible. Which is something else that we should probably start looking into making a little bit better. I just don't know what should we do for power. We could do reactors. That is something that is definitely in our capability. We can make a big reactor. It's demon steel 3rd degree, reactor casings. It's just a lot of steel, graphite, and yellorium. Uranium, that's easy enough. Which we can get from, I'm sure we can get that. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's something we'd have to go farther out for. Uranium dust. Which, wait, no, we've seen uranium ore. Yeah, I've seen that stuff. So that we should be able to do. And I think everything else is pretty much standard recipe. Yeah, it looks like it. Other than this, which those are easy enough. Okay, so yeah, we could definitely do reactors. Make a big reactor somewhere. The problem is I don't know where to put it. I guess we could put it over here. But, I don't know. We can't sleep. Unfortunately, it is. Yeah, this is taking very long. So this one was able to get made fairly quickly. But the problem is if we go into these dimensions and they are empty, as in like they're unpowered, we're going to have a really bad time. So, yeah. Hold up. Do I have an auto spawner already? I have a feeling I have an auto spawner. Is it over here? No, that's the grinder. I need to turn my magnet off. We have an auto spawner. I know it. Where did I put it? That is a little bit of... Oh, I know where it's at. So never mind. We don't have to make an auto spawner. I was wrong about that. We're going to want an auto spawner relatively soon. I think we can do fun things with that, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, maybe mechanism power might be the best idea for us. I don't know. Anyways, can we sleep yet? Nope, not tired yet. Alright, so how is this? It is constantly running out of power. Because we have pretty much... Oh, lag. We pretty much drained our system. At least up there. So this guy is going to try to refill everything else. What is something we could do to get more power? Well, I mean, we can get more ender generators. We can get a 64 times, but that's going to require bedrockium. That's something else we kind of need to deal with. Cobblestone is something we need to start compressing. We probably should have started doing that a long time ago, and I just never did. Because, well, I didn't think it was going to be that much of a concern, but we're going to need bedrockium. And this stuff is only... You can only get it from compressing cobblestone. Now, cobblestone we can get fairly easily. Earth and fire will give us a stack each. So we can get a bunch of that and craft it up together. And that could be something we could do. Otherwise... I mean, we just make a cobblestone generator, but a lot of those are kind of slow. So I don't know what I want to do with that yet. But can we sleep? Alright, let's look at quest book. Let's do some quests while we wait. Extra stuff. We could do food gen. I don't think I want to do that. Let's see. Let's see if we can summon in some villagers. So first thing I want to do is I want to make a safari net. So we're gonna need a reusable safari net. That's easy enough. We only have one gas tier, really? Oh well, we have gas seeds, so that's not a big deal. And then we need to get our villager. So where did I put the villager? Is he in here? No. Did I ever go capture him? Is he still sitting at the last millennium? So I don't know if I can actually do this or not. So nope, cannot capture him. So you have to do it another way, and unfortunately that way is super duper expensive. In order to be able to auto spawn villagers, we're gonna need to make a mob spawner, and that is a powered spawner, and it's gonna be really expensive. So the recipe itself isn't too bad. So let's go ahead and make one. We're going to need a Franken zombie. So Z-Logic controller is a zombie head with some other stuff. We're going to need some vibrant crystals. Let's go ahead and tell it to make like 40 vibrant alloy. Because those aren't too bad. We need 2 solarium, 2 silicon, and a redstone. 2 solarium, 2 silicon, and a redstone. And then to make it into the Franken zombie thing, we're going to have to infuse it with something else. And that something else is either a witch. Nope, it's a zombie. Okay. That is super easy. I have a handful of zombies, so we can do something with that. And it's going to cost 10 levels. So nothing too bad so far. But it's going to get worse here in a little bit. So we have that. Now we need a broken spawner. Luckily we have a ton of those. Let's just grab an evolved skeleton. And can we get the vibrant? It's still working. Okay. It's still crafting all of the energetic alloy. That is fine. So we need to get a soul vial. And we only get one shot at this. So we're going to have to do this eventually. But it's going to be a little bit of a pain. We need to capture the last villager in a soul vial. And then infuse him into the mob spawner. The broken spawner. And then this will allow us to get more villagers. So this is going to be expensive. Wait, what? I thought you could do this. How are we supposed to get more villagers? I don't remember. I mean, we could set up a villager farm. That would be something. Maybe it's got to be a vanilla spawner. Do we have any? Let's just try another one. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. I've got to remember how to do that. So we're going to take a break on that as well. We'll just put the last villager in here. Safekeeping. Alright, so guess let's go ahead and we'll forget about that for right now. And open up our quest book. Let's see what else we have. So in the Zeta tab, we have a lot of stuff we could do here. A lot of different machines and whatnot we can make. But I want to do solar panels. Can we make some solar panels? So let's make 10 redstone ingots, 10 electrotine ingots. Once that's done, and then we're going to need, what are we going to need for this guy? Machine housing. Alright, so we can make machine housings pretty easily. It's missing brass. Alright, so brass is made how? Brass is, can we make it in the induction furnace? Sorta. Alright, so we need to get brass dust, which is copper dust and zinc dust. Alright, so copper and zinc. What we can do is just grind up copper. That'll be easy enough. We have some pulverized copper, and we'll teach it that recipe. And then the zinc, perfect. We'll teach it that recipe. Teach it that we can make brass dust. And then teach it that brass dust is made in the furnace to make the ingot. So not too bad. Alright, cool. So let's just put all of these guys where they go. So we need pulverized copper, zinc, brass, and then this goes into here. Alright, so now we should be able to make the machine housing. And then we're also going to need these mirrors. So let's put solar panels up. Now there's a handful of these, but we're going to need 3 mirrors. So 1, 2 recipes. I did make 2 recipes. Yes. And there's solar panels tier 1. So we're going to take the middle reward bag. And then to get tier 2, we'll need 4 of those. So that's something that I think we should probably automate. Which should not be much more difficult, but we're going to need more things. So we can teach it that, and then we can teach it once we get a machine housing again, which does it know how to make everything in that? It's just copper sticks. Carbide is the only thing it might not know how to make. So I will keep an eye on that. If it yells at me, actually we just probably should teach it how to make carbide. I don't think it's that hard. Cool. There's the machine housing. So those are 2 crafting recipes. We're going to need more interfaces. One more interface should be pretty easy to make. Other than we're missing mana infused ingots, which, hey, we have in here. And then we can put those in there. Alright, cool. So now we should be able to make another interface. And that should be pretty much it. So let's teach the system. I don't believe it knows how to make carbide. We have a lot of them, so I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. Alright, so can we tell it to make 4 solar panels? Well, 3 more. Certainly can. Cool. So do we have that interface yet? We do. We'll pop down here. And we can't put any more interfaces on a molecular thing until we get another molecular thing. So that'll be the 8th channel. We need another molecular assembler. That's what they're called. Which I don't know how to make. Ugh. So that's another recipe we'll want to automate. And it's not actually that bad. We'll need a double compressed. I think we know how to make everything already. So we'll just need a double compressed. And then cores. 1 of each. And we'll teach that in a moment. So, do we have those solar panels yet? We do. So we should be able to make the second set. So that is a machine frame, one of these machine bases, I guess. We're gonna need some mirrors times 3. It'll make 4, that's fine, and then we should be able to just do this and get a solar panel tier 2. So another reward, we'll take the rightmost and we'll put that away. So we have 2 basic reward bags. That's kind of terrible. That's a shame. Can we teach the system how to make molecular controllers now? Is it not a compressed? Oh, it's a double compressed. Alright, so we can teach it how to make that. And let's go ahead and make one. Wow, we need a lot of wood for that. Luckily, I have a lot of wood lying around. So we'll just put all that in there. And let's just get the 8 more that we need. So that'll just take a second. But we know how to make that. And then the molecular assembler, once we have the compressed crafting tables, and there we go. Cool. So for right now, let's go ahead and take these 2 out and tell it to make a molecular assembler, which should be like instantaneous. And we'll put this guy right here. And we put this in here. So that will work for now. We're going to be using basically all the channels. But that's fine. So let's go ahead and open our reward bags. Nothing there, nothing there. And this has a good bit of power. Alright, we're going to be risky. Dimension. Let's go. So we just need to come here. Home. Dial once. We're going to go to this new dimension. And we're just going to look around for just a second. Because I want to see what is so bad about this. Obviously, we put some controllers in there with the dimlets. Effect none. Tried to make the liquids normal. Because I have a feeling that what made the other dimension so, like, just astronomically expensive was the fact that it was, it randomly picked some really bad effects or something. Oh, we have resistance for a couple of minutes. This is why I don't like doing much with the dimension things, but we need to be careful. Alright, let's dig down. And I can't believe I'm going to do this, but is there anything of note? This kind of seems normal. That is somewhat of a shame. Let's just turn the dislocator off for a second. We died in a collapsing world. So we ran out of power, and that is a shame. So all of our stuff is there now, and we have to get it back at some point. Oh man, we lost our teleporter. That is what the charge porter is going to do. So, or the phase field generator, rather. The charge porter just teleports you back. So that is something we're going to want to have to fix. Alright, so that collapsed. Our stuff is in random 2. So I will tell you guys what. Let's go ahead and end the episode off there. I'm going to get re-equipped at least a little bit. Zavisio armor, I just need a little bit more of that stuff in order to... Oh, wait, no, I can't make it that way. I don't know what to do. I'll figure something out, but for now, let's go ahead and end the episode. I'm going to figure out a way to get a lot of power very quickly, very easily, so that we can just kind of have this guy charged completely and never have to worry about that kind of stuff again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!